Greetings, all you knife enthusiasts from around the world. You are entering the Tiger Pit. That's right, the Tiger Pit. I have a bunch of modern knives out here today. And you ask, Baxter, you're a traditional pocket knife channel. Why would you be reviewing modern knives? Well, I do have quite a few in my collection. These I picked up before I was getting into traditional knives, before I got my socks blown off by Rosecraft Blades, Rough Rider, Case, Frost, and a few other manufacturers out there. Petrified Fish. I'm going to do a video on my full Petrified Fish collection. You see it here. I have 6 knives. Petrified Fish is a made in China company. And this is one of the first companies that I saw. I don't know who really introduced them to me. I might have seen them on Big Red EDC. They were got really exceptional reviews, good quality materials, amazing action, and they're like $46. Depends on the knife. Well, I was getting 10% off somewhere, so I was picking up some of these for $42. And to me, under $50, kind of getting into knives again, that was a screaming deal. Now, to start it off, we have the Petrified Fish Victor. I really was taken aback by this one because of the awesome clip point blade. You do not have to get them in black blades. They do have just satin finish. This is, well, you can't read it because it's so small. It says Victor, and I can't focus. It's so small. V Victor. This is Petrified Fish PFP03. It is in Buller K110. If you do not know what Buller K110 is, look it up. Just kidding. It's the European version of D2 steel. Probably better than Chinese D2 steel. It does cost a little bit more. Now, I did throw my own green lanyard and sandy bead on it because I have this khaki kind of flax micarta. You have the micarta spacer right there, a lanyard hole. You do have a fuller right here. I love to middle finger flick this one. Action is great. It's hard to do it behind the camera here. I don't want to hit my camera. Drop shut. You do have a back flipper here also. I've used this and used this and used this. I've never had to sharpen it. Great knife. Well, the Beluga took the world by storm. Yes, I can't remember. I might have to pause this. The designer's name, there's a symbol. It's a rhinoceros. He's a Russian designer. He's actually on Instagram, and you can follow him. I think he also designed the Viking, which is one I did not get. Now, I love micarta. I was really taken aback by this blue micarta, a black blade. The Beluga took the world by storm. You have a blood groove or fuller right there that you can middle finger flick it. This is also K110 Buller steel. It is PFP01. Now, if you don't like this blade shape, they make them in a Tonto. All different types of colors of micarta, satin finish. They actually make this in a fixed blade also, if you prefer a fixed blade. And they make the mini Beluga, which is different. It's actually a little bit more pocketable. I mean, I like big knives because I have big hands. This is a big knife. I mean, this gets the job done. Oh man, that wasn't good. I just dented my desert ironwood. It's getting tight in here. Maybe I need to back up. And so the mini, so it's a little bit smaller, but it is in 14C28N, which is an even better steel, and they're about the same price. Now, the Belugas, they run like $46.99, so $47. I'd get 10% off and get it for like $42. I thought an absolutely fantastic knife. Oh my gosh. Did I dent my scholar? No. because desert ironwood is indestructible. Let's jump here to the Scholar. You can see I put lanyards and colorful beads on all these. Desert ironwood. This is special. Titanium pocket clip, some titanium hardware there, titanium backspacer with a lanyard. This is in 154 cm steel. Jeez, I need to like I need to back up here. I don't want to break my camera or something. 154 cm steel. This is like a razor. It's got a top flipper there. It is like a razor. You can choke up here. It is hollow ground. I watched videos of what is it, window installers, and they always cut up all these boxes, and they just went to town every day, day after day, cutting up boxes, and they're like, this holds up. You have some minor chipping here. You can get them in white G10 and olive wood, which is also really nice. Now these go for about $68 depending on the handle materials. I'm not sure if the ironwood is still available. I think this was like 70 when it came out, and with discount I got it for like 63 bucks, which was pricey for me to spend on a knife at the time, but this is exceptional quality. They would also throw in extra bearings and extra screws if in case you stripped them when you took them apart. Now this one, the model number is right there. It is PFE04, and you can see the 154 cm. They probably just didn't want to, you know, put a bunch of writing and billboarding all over. A nice clean look. Why did I pick up this one? I don't know. I think I got a deal. I used to call it the Floralist because they have this flowery mosaic here, but it's not the Floralist. It's the Flavorist. And this comes in kind of a cleaver blade or the spear point blade. And this is also, this is also Buller 110, K110, sorry, which is Buller, which is D2, a higher end D2. Beautiful blue micarta, black pocket clip, micarta backspacer here. You do have some jimping. Pretty basic knife, but smaller than the Beluga. You can see here. A little smaller, a little bit more pocketable. Really good knife. I've carried this work for a couple of years and used it. I still have not had to sharpen it up. I thought it was really cool. I think I was watching Bees Blades, him reviewing it, and I was sold. Now these were $44, so I 10% off. I was getting them for like 39 and change, which is exceptional quality for bearings. They do throw some brass washers in there in case you use it in the dirt and don't want to mess up your bearings. You can use brass washers. All the centering on these is perfect. This is a top flipper. They're all liner locks, and they drop shut. Fantastic knives. Now, I had since pretty much moved on to Kaiser. For some reason, the action on Kaiser was just a hair better than this. It had a really fidgety sound to it. The materials, the micarta, I thought were better. The blade steels were better, and I was finding Kaisers on sale for pretty much the same price as these. So that's kind of why I moved on. I've always been a fan of Petrified fish. These are all a lot of their older designs. I'm not too into their newer designs. Nothing really has hit me. Now, this is one that really blew me away. Now, there's really no name to it, but it is the PF719. And they brought it back, but now it has a shield here. You can get it in G10. This is their sandalwood, which is, this one's really dark, and you can't see the grain there. It's really tight. I think they made a mistake and did this in ironwood. It is a weird grain. It is really dense, but it comes in sandalwood. So they still make them. I think I picked this up for $27. So if you pick it up, it'll look a lot like the Rosecraft sandalwood. you'll get something that looks like this in a cover material. It's very beautiful. Now, they do not have pocket clips, and they have a thumb flipper, and this one is just one-sided. I do not know about the new ones, maybe ambidextrous. Again, action is absolutely perfect on it, smooth. What blew me away is I got this for $27, and then with 10% off, it was like 25 bucks. I bought a couple of them and gave them away to friends because I was just so blown away that you get a quality knife like this, just a little pocket dropper, in beautiful wood, so kind of a modern traditional. It looks traditional with the wood and no pocket clip. Um, just perfect centering, and this is in Sandovic 12C27, which is a great stainless steel, razor sharp. Again, I've never had to sharpen this. Now you can kind of see I have gotten a little. You might not be able to see it. Gotten a little stain on the blade right there, but I mean, I've used it, and it's got a satin finish. I don't know if there's a coating that's coming off, but you know, T6s, T8s. It does come with this leather lanyard. I'm not sure if the new ones do. This bead, I've pulled off one of my Kaisers and threw it on here to give it more of a beach look, because this is just a little lightweight beach pocket knife. Very cool. Again, PF719. And, well, to finish it off, the pirate knife. Arrgh! Well, this one doesn't have a name, and I went on the website, and you can't get any more. It's discontinued. But look at that blade. I mean, I saw this. I think these were like $32. And with discount, I got it for like $28, so I couldn't pass it up. Now it's got the khaki kind of flax micarta. This is in D2, and a lot of their more budget models are in D2, and they're in the $30 range, which is exceptional. I really like how it had a black blade, but you get the grind here. You can see full-length fuller, very, very pointy tip. Look at that. And then look at how this comes down. I just thought this was really kind of badass. Little pirate knife. Bearings, runs on bearings. Back flipper. I use the fuller for middle finger flicking. Pretty basic pocket clip, but works great. And, you know, not the best micarta, but at the time, this is decent micarta. Knife manufacturers who are releasing this type of micarta, they were like $80 to $100. And this is like 30 bucks. And I've been pleasantly surprised with the durability and usability of this D2 steel and the Bowler K110. Like I said, I have not had to sharpen this. It's still sharp. This one could use a strop right here. And, you know, I do have some stuff on the tip, probably some tape residue from cutting up boxes and whatever. But I call this my pirate knife. Again, this is PF939. And like I said, they were like $32 and after discount. Now, I would find these at White Mountain Knives. There's multiple 10% off codes at White Mountain Knives. Great seller. They do free shipping, no tax. They do have a lot of modern knives, and they have quite the selection of petrified fish if you're interested. Now, they have re-released the Victor, and I think it's N390 or N690, basically a better steel, which I'm perfectly happy with the steel for what it does. Like maybe titanium handles and G10, and they're running about $80. So they're getting up there with Kaiser. You know, they're trying to branch out a little bit, make a name for themselves. It's a very interesting name. Petrified fish, but they came out of the gate running, swinging. Extra screws, extra washers, fantastic. Out of all these wood ones are probably my favorite. I do like the Beluga. I don't carry it quite as much. It is kind of big in the pocket, but if you're carrying one modern in your pocket, this one's a good one. It gets a lot of work done. This Scholar is absolutely awesome. And then I really like the Victor, but I've since moved on to Buck and their clip point blade. This is reminiscent of Buck's, but not quite. You can see swedging on there. This video is getting long. I made this for Davo from El Paso because he had done an article on petrified fish and was getting into it. I can't remember if I mentioned it in the beginning. And he doesn't have a YouTube channel, but you might know him. He might comment on your channel. And he does like an EDC write-ups and articles, always featured on Big Red EDC's a live show. If you go to Saturday Night Live, Big Red always highlights it. And Dave is nice enough, he sends it to me every week. And I think he had one of these from Big Red EDC, and I was really impressed with it. And I said, oh, I've done videos on these, and I looked, and I never have done a video of my full collection, so that's why I did it today. Thank you for joining me in the Tiger Pit. I apologize for this video being long. I had to cover a lot of knives, a lot of stats. Great budget option if you like quality Chinese knives for a fantastic price. Check out Petrified Fish. You all stay sharp, be kind, and take chances. Take care.